Hi, I'm Andy, a collection specialist at Credit Sage, and my goal is to help people learn how they can remove Alliant Capital Management from their credit report. And this is actually in many cases without paying the debt at all. So if that's you or someone you know, I'm confident that you're going to walk away from this video knowing what the next best step is to take. Now, I want to start by saying that this doesn't mean that you shouldn't take action. For example, if you know or you believe that Alliant Capital Management, or for that matter, any of the accounts on your credit report are the result of identity theft, or have a wrong balance after you've already paid, or any major issues that are seriously affecting their life, you may be owed a settlement. And we work with a network of local attorneys that will work on your behalf at zero cost, win or lose, in addition to getting the accounts deleted permanently. But, if there are no issues like that exist and you just want the account removed from your credit report, we can help with that too. Just give us a call today. Our number will be in the description area below, so you can find that. But with that, what I want to do in this video is I want to go through the most important questions that we get about this company. And the first one here is really important, and that is, can you be arrested or get jail time for a debt with Alliant Capital Management? Now, I put this one at the top of the list because, honestly, we get a lot of callers that are terrified that this could happen. And truly it makes sense because, few people are really taught how credit and debt work in school. I didn't know the answer to this question until I got into the business. And fortunately, unless the debt is related to specifically unpaid taxes or unpaid child support, you cannot be arrested or get jail time. So there is no need to worry about that whatsoever. Along those lines, the amount of the debt doesn't matter either. You could refuse to pay $1,000 or $1 million, and you will not be arrested or get jail time. So who is Alliant Capital Management and why are they on your credit report? So they are what's referred to as a debt collector or credit collection agency. And what they do is they buy debts, unpaid accounts like credit cards, for example, often for very cheap. And then they try to collect the full amount. Okay. For example, let's say that you, for whatever reason, have an unpaid card with Capital One and it's $1,000. Alliant Capital Management could, in theory, come along and buy that debt, but maybe for just $100. Now, they don't try to collect that amount. They try to collect the full $1,000 from you, which gives them a 10x return on their investment. So yeah, these companies can make a lot of money. And damaging your credit score by reporting the debt to your credit report is the primary strategy they have to get you to pay. However, the problem with that is, and again, many people don't know this, is that paying a debt on your credit report does not remove the account attached to it. That account will sit there for 7 years, damaging your score, paid or not. So, a lot of time paying isn't in your best interest and could just be a waste of money. In rare cases, paying debt can even hurt your score further. So that's something to keep in mind. But in addition to credit reporting, they may send scary letters. They may call a lot. They may even call your colleagues, family members, anything they can do. However, there's limits because if a collector has ever threatened you or harassed you during non-business hours, you may be owed a lawsuit. So again, that's another case that you want to give us a call so we can connect you with a local specialist that will take action quickly. Next question I have is, should you negotiate a settlement with Alliant Capital Management? So settling your debt with Alliant Capital Management depends on your goal. Typically, if you're wanting to improve your credit score, paying isn't the best option. And the reason is because, like I mentioned before, even if you pay the collection, it will remain on your credit report for 7 years, damaging your score that whole time. Instead, we always recommend that you work with an expert like us to review these accounts for you. And if certain issues exist, the accounts can be removed. And this here is a win-win. You won't have to waste money paying for a debt that won't help your score, and the negative account gets removed from your report, your credit report. So it's quite perfect. Which leads right into the next question. How do you remove Alliant Capital Management from your credit report? So the Fair Credit Reporting Act gives every person the power to challenge information on their report. I will say that the knowledge required to do this is more involved than it might seem. Now, that's not to say that you shouldn't learn how to do it, but be prepared to spend weeks, maybe months, learning how to do it properly. However, if you hire a professional to handle it for you, you can ensure it's done properly, first of all, and that's done properly the first time, and you save that extra time of learning how to do it and trying to figure it out yourself. That's what we're here for. We're happy to take care of it for you. We've actually dealt with Alliant Capital Management accounts many times, and I can say they regularly have issues, and we've helped numerous clients deal with them. And we'll take care of it for you as well if you prefer. How can you get Alliant Capital Management to stop calling you? Yeah, they will be calling you if they haven't already. That's their way of collecting the debt they've purchased. Which means the only reason that they'll stop calling you is if you settle your debt with them, or you work with a company like ours to potentially have them removed from your report altogether. Will Alliant Capital Management try suing or garnishing my wages? So I think Alliant Capital Management suing is unlikely. It can happen. It does happen. But in our experience, it's pretty rare. And the reason is there are a lot of laws around how long they can sue for, what they can do if they win, and it's a long process. However, if we're able to find certain issues with the account, they won't be able to collect it all, which is another benefit of using an expert. What are my rights when dealing with Alliant Capital Management? So, couple of things. You have the right to dispute any of your debt that Alliant Capital Management has purchased. That's first and foremost. Alliant Capital Management is governed by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, or FDCPA. And as I mentioned before, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, FCRA. Now, these acts can seem very complicated, but they really provide a great deal of power to the consumer if you know how to use it properly. Now, if you don't have time to research these acts, it's not a problem. Give us a call today to discuss your options. Again, you'll find our number in the description area below. And with that, thank you so much for watching.